Tonight, President Trump once again calling for a federal takeover of D.C., and it is looking like he is getting support in Congress.
Fox 5's Tom Fitzgerald is live by the White House. Fitz, we've heard these threats before. This time, though, it hits home for the president.
It's a little bit different, it seems, Jim. You know, in the past when the president had talked about taking over D.C., he had mentioned things that he was unhappy about, like cleanliness in the nation's capital, homelessness, and, of course, the crime rate here. But now the president is ramping up these threats once again, especially in the wake of two 15-year-olds now in custody in the brutal alleged beating of one of his own administration members. Edward Coristine is part of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE as it's become known, and he was severely injured Sunday morning early along with a woman friend of his during an attempted carjacking in Northwest D.C. Now, the president later posted a picture of Coristine after that attack. Taking over D.C. local government, though, by the federal government won't be that easy. Congress would actually have to overturn the 1973 D.C. Home Rule Act. Now, some political analysts say it remains to be seen whether or not the president would follow through on this. However, some of his supporters on Capitol Hill say he is serious.
We're going to have to federalize and run it the way it's supposed to be run.
He doesn't let things go easily. And in fact, the more he's told he can't do something, the more likely it is that he wants to follow through and say, yes, yes, I can.
With President Trump threatening this, he's probably got a more than willing Congress that would go along with that. So we're going to hear from the mayor in September.
Now, it turns out there is already a bill in Congress right now which would end D.C. home rule. It was introduced by Tennessee Republican Congressman Andy Ogles. It's called the Bowser Act. It's named after the mayor, but it stands for Bringing Oversight to Washington and Safety to Every Resident. It would effectively end D.C.'s home rule position, which created the form of government which governs the city right now. As for the neighborhood where this happened, Swan Street Northwest, which is at the center of this debate, a lot of the residents told Fox 5 that they don't feel that their own neighborhood has a crime wave underway.
I love it. I've never felt unsafe, and I'm a tiny blonde 5'2" woman. Like, I've never felt unsafe in this neighborhood at all, ever.
It's not the safest neighborhood in D.C., but it's definitely not one of the most dangerous.
I think it's one of the things that happen in this city. I feel safe around here.
Fox 5 did reach out to the office of Mayor Muriel Bowser today and the D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab. Neither was available for an interview. However, both staffs pointed to the declining D.C. crime numbers here, showing crime is down 35% from its spike in 2023. We're live by the White House tonight. We'll send it back into you.